Josue Flores' DNA was found on Andre Jackson's jacket. This is according to the DNA expert that took the stand earlier today in the murder trial for the 11-year-old's accused killer. Fox 26's Dominique Keith has been following this case very closely and joins us live from the Harris County Criminal Courthouse.
Yeah, the defense is trying to drive home the point that only a small amount of Josue Flores' DNA was found on Andre Jackson's jacket. But if Jackson never came in contact with the 11-year-old, some listening to the testimony are asking, then how did even a small amount get there? This testimony comes as prosecutors call their final witness Josue Flores' mother. Inside the courtroom where cameras are not allowed today, Maria Flores bravely gave testimony about rushing to the scene after receiving a call that her little boy, Josue Flores, had been stabbed 2 blocks from their house as he headed home from middle school, a walk she normally took with her son, but she wasn't feeling well that day.
And we're all praying for the best results.
As the trial winds down, much of the testimony is about Andre Jackson's jacket, which he was seen wearing in surveillance pictures, running away from where Josue was stabbed to death in May of 2016. Now a prosecution DNA expert is testifying the cuff of the jacket tested positive for the 11-year-old's DNA.
How do you catch DNA on your clothes? Do we just catch it by the air? No. There has to be that very close contact. DNA cannot lie.
According to the expert, 85% of the DNA on the jacket belonged to Jackson, 10% was Josue's, and 5% is from an unknown person. The jacket was tested at the Florida lab in 2019 after results came back inconclusive here in Texas, and HPD cold case detectives learned the lab can run more sensitive testing there than many other facilities. The defense is stressing this DNA is not blood or saliva, but rather touch DNA. A blood analysis expert testified last week, although Flores was stabbed more than 20 times, his killer would not have necessarily gotten blood on him because the honor student's backpack acted as a barrier.
I ask that everyone will say prayers for this case, now that it's coming to an end, for everyone involved.
The defense has called its first witness a DNA expert who says Josue's DNA may have ended up on Jackson's jacket if, quote, the real killer had touched the jacket there at the Salvation Army shelter where Jackson was living. The defense is also insinuating that contamination may be a possibility because the evidence has been tested at 3 different labs, and at one lab, Josue's shirt could not be tested for DNA because mold had grown on it. The case is expected to go to the jury this week. Reporting live in downtown Houston, I'm Dominique Keith, Fox 26 News.